Hello and welcome to Team Arch's second video project. In this brief video, we will be reviewing David Kolb's theory of experiential learning. First, some background. David Kolb has a background in social psychology, and his work builds on the thinking of some of the greatest minds in education, psychology, and philosophy in the 20th century. He thought of learning as having 4 stages. He thought of this as a cycle. First is concrete experience. Concrete experience is just doing it. It is full and unbiased involvement in the learning experience. Reflective observation is to contemplate what one has done. Abstract conceptualization is to formulate and integrate ideas about the thing being learned. And active experimentation is to apply these things, to put these new ideas into action. We should note these are not stages in the linear sense of you go from CE to RO to AC and then never return. Think of these more as a loop or a spiral. Interesting sidebar, each of the 4 has a different preference for instructor style. So for example, if someone has a concrete experience, if someone learns via a concrete experience, they prefer a coach as a teacher. A reflective observation wants a taskmaster, someone to keep them more focused. Abstract conceptualization wants a communicator. And active experimentation wants a role model, someone who can model learning. So these preferences determine learning styles. If someone prefers abstract conceptualization and active experimentation, they have the converging style. Diverging style is characterized by concrete experience and reflective observation. Assimilating is characterized by abstract conceptualization and reflective observation. And accommodating is conceptualized by concrete experience and active experimentation. Some considerations. These learning styles are mutable. This is not an inborn thing. They can be changed by conscious effort, changed by experience, by the individual's development over time. And this is an interesting thing. The most common learning style in student affairs master's students was accommodator, and the least common was assimilator. But instead of just talking about these things, we want to illustrate them. We want to get a little more concrete. So we have Shane, who is an undergraduate at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, and we have some video now to illustrate these concepts.
This is Shane. Shane works at the student union at his university as a student building manager. He is working in this position to gain valuable skills outside of his classroom experience, including leadership, time management, communication, and conflict resolution skills. The position requires Shane to prioritize multiple tasks that often all come at him at once. Shane has identified this as a skill he would like to continue to work on through his job experiences.
Kolb's theory of experiential learning describes the process where knowledge is created through the transformation of experience. Through Shane's experience, we will see the 4 stages of Kolb's learning style described in action.
Shane is known for carrying out things at 100% all the time. He feels as though he has to accomplish as much as he possibly can at the same time while he's carrying out the duties of his shift. Shane is an incredibly hard worker, but as you can see, multitasking is something that he really needs to and hopes to work on and improve. While we appreciate Shane's attention to detail and willingness to do whatever is asked of him, stopping and prioritizing his tasks would definitely help him as well as the organization operate much more smoothly.
As a building manager, there are many tasks Shane must manage. All of these at once seem overwhelming, and although Shane is hardworking and has good attention to detail, His lack of prioritization and multitasking skill mean that while things get done, they may not get done well or efficiently because he's trying to do everything at once rather than focusing attention to immediate needs. Through Shane's involvement in what Kolb would refer to as concrete experience, Shane has realized his current style of task completion is not working, and he must improve his prioritization skill to work more efficiently.
Shane has realized through his training and learning on the job that he needs to be more efficient in how he carries out his tasks. In order to be as efficient as humanly possible, Shane is going to need to determine how to prioritize the tasks that are in front of him each and every day.
There's got to be a way I can be more efficient. I just have too much stuff. I just need to organize it. Let's see here. Safety, that's definitely immediate. Okay. Oops. Alright, need to unlock rooms. Let's see here. EV, I can get this not too important. It's not till tomorrow. Customers, definitely immediate. Let's see. Welcome desk. To their deal, they have enough people down there. Oops. Okay, let's see, cleaning. Let's see. More setups. Alright, so if I do these first, and if I have extra time, I can go ahead and do these later.
By creating this prioritization list, Shane will be able to be much more efficient at his job, as well as learning what he needs to know about time management and prioritization to be successful in the future.
From his experience in feeling overwhelmed, Shane has realized he needs to identify strategies to prioritize his work, not only to reduce his stress level, but also to be more efficient in his work. Through reflective observations, Shane decides to develop a prioritization list. He divides tasks into those that are immediate and those that can wait until later or even until the next day. Because he's a person who likes to accomplish a lot, he knows what needs to be done and can focus his attention on those, then will start on those that are next most important in his spare time. Because he's not trying to do everything at once, tasks will get completed in a more timely manner, so he will likely accomplish more overall, which will make him more efficient. He has been able to take his experience, reflect on the problems, and conceptualize solutions.
Having created his prioritization list and figuring out ways to be more efficient, Shane feels much more confident on the job in carrying out the tasks that are in front of him.
Building manager. Hi, actually, he's looking for somewhere to go. If you open up the drawer, there's a map of the entire campus. If you want to show him, it's 37 is where he's probably trying to go, the campus rec. I can't go down there right now, so if you can handle that, would be great. Awesome, thanks. That's one thing down. Let's see what else I have to do. Chairs. They need chairs. I'll set these over here so I can take them out. These tables can wait. I feel so much better now that I have all this organized.
Shane is now putting into practice his ideas for prioritizing tasks by making a prioritization list, taking care of immediate things first, and knowing what can wait until later. This helps him to feel less stressed and get things accomplished instead of having multiple tasks partly completed. He is referring to his prioritization list to know what should be completed, what he can delegate, and what can be done later. Kolb's cycle of experiential learning has been described through this process of Shane experiencing a problem, reflecting on the situation to understand what the problem is, conceptualizing a solution, and then actively practicing that solution.
And with that, we'll bring this to a close. Thanks to everyone for their contributions. We especially want to thank Shane, and I should make it clear that we spoke to Shane beforehand and we got informed consent for his participation in the video, obviously. We thank him for his time, and we thank you for your attention. Have a good day.